All right, well, I'm back inside tonight, putting a little mud on here, and I do it in stages, right? I got a vertical there, a vertical here, and a small vertical above the door, a butt joint. So I do the verticals first. I'll come back sometime tomorrow, and then I'll do the horizontal on the taper joint. One thing you gotta think about, your blade is flexible. Excuse me. So I load up this corner with mud, and then when I come down, I flex the blade and I clean the edge nice and smooth. And you can see up here, I got started and I got a nice smooth edge, and that'll sponge out real nice. And my whole thing is, when I do drywall, I don't care what all the pros do. I don't like to sand. It makes dust. It takes a lot of time. It costs more money. In my way of thinking, I use less mud, and I don't have to sand anything. I'll use a sponge for just, even on these here, a light sponge there, and I'll smooth those up, and I'll hit these again, once they dry, because they dry 2 or 3 times, and they'll get a little dimple because it shrinks. And most types of concrete, drywall compound, things like that, they shrink when they cure or when they dry. So project like this, it's a very small wall, but anyway, so this is the basic method. I put me on a coat, fill up the corner, get it nice and full there. And I do the same thing with the tapers. I come back with my 6-inch and I'll load this up and put a nice smooth, and I'll taper the edge. I can bend my trowel and taper. And so I do it in layers. More layers, less sanding. That's what I say. Okay. So I got a nice coat there. The corner is nice and smooth. It's up tight against the wall there. Then I bend my trowel and I come down and I clean this edge off. And if I have a little ridge here, which sometimes I do, I can come down there now with a sponge and smooth that out. And you won't see a damn thing. So anyway, just some stuff to think about. Especially if you're doing your own projects, you want to do a good job, you want to take your time. There's no big rush. We're not talking about dollars and cents. So I'm going to jump back on this. I'm going to do all my verticals. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll do the horizontal. I'll make another video doing that. Later.